Pregnancy is a time of transformation, not only of the body but also of the heart and mind, as women step into a chapter that is both ancient and new, filled with mystery, challenges, and a quiet strength that often surprises even themselves. Pregnant women experience their bodies in ways they have never encountered before, as muscles stretch, hormones shift, and the center of gravity changes day by day. These physical realities bring with them a unique mixture of wonder and discomfort. And it is within this delicate balance that stretching and mobility exercises become more than just movements for health. They become rituals of self-care, resilience, and connection with the growing life within. To understand the significance of these exercises, one must look beyond their mechanics and see them as moments where body and soul breathe together, finding harmony in the unfolding story of motherhood. For many women, pregnancy is marked by an increasing awareness of how the spine, hips, and pelvis respond to the gradual expansion that makes room for new life. The back begins to curve differently. The pelvis feels pressure it has never known, and joints that once seemed stable begin to soften due to hormonal changes designed to prepare for birth. It is here that gentle stretching and mobility exercises reveal their importance, offering relief from stiffness and creating space where tension has accumulated. These exercises are not about athletic achievement or pushing physical limits. They are about cultivating fluidity, nourishing circulation, and reminding the body of its capacity to adapt with grace. In this way, stretching becomes a form of communication between the mother and her body, a dialogue where the body whispers what it needs and the mother responds with gentle care. Among the many stretches available, one stands out for its simplicity, effectiveness, and soothing rhythm: the cat-cow stretch, a movement often associated with yoga but deeply beneficial for pregnant women, especially for the spine and pelvis. The cat-cow stretch is performed by moving the spine through two complementary shapes: the cat, where the back arches upward like a stretching feline, and the cow, where the belly softens downward as the gaze lifts slightly forward. This gentle alternation massages the spine, opens the pelvis, and encourages flexibility in areas that often feel compressed during pregnancy. It is not simply a mechanical routine, but an invitation to breathe more fully, to release tension, and to cultivate an awareness of how the body moves with the growing presence of new life. Imagine a woman in her second trimester, perhaps in the quiet of an early morning, rolling out a mat on her living room floor. She lowers herself onto her hands and knees, adjusting slowly to find a position that feels stable yet soft. She begins to inhale deeply, allowing her belly to expand, then exhales as she arches her spine into the gentle curve of the cat. She feels her back stretching, the spaces between her vertebrae opening just enough to relieve the pressure that has been building. With the next breath, she lowers her belly and lifts her gaze into the cow, noticing how her pelvis tilts and her hips release. In this cycle of movement, she is not only caring for her muscles and joints, but also creating a meditative rhythm that calms her mind and centers her spirit. For her, the cat-cow stretch becomes more than exercise. It becomes a ritual of belonging, a reminder that she and her child are moving together in harmony. Stretching and mobility exercises are not always celebrated in the same way as more vigorous forms of training, but during pregnancy, they shine with a quiet brilliance that cannot be ignored. They help improve circulation, reduce swelling, ease back pain, and prepare the body for the endurance of labor. Yet their benefits extend beyond the physical, offering a moment of pause in a season that is both exhilarating and overwhelming. Pregnant women who devote time to these exercises often describe feeling more grounded, more aware of their bodies, and more in tune with the subtle changes that happen day by day. Each stretch becomes a way of honoring the body's wisdom, of creating space not only for the baby but also for the mother's own strength and serenity. In many cultures, movement during pregnancy has always been accompanied by rituals, songs, and wisdom passed down through generations. Women were encouraged to sway, to kneel, to stretch, to move their bodies in ways that mirrored the rhythms of nature. Today, stretching and mobility exercises can carry that same sense of ancestral memory, reminding women that they are part of a continuum of mothers who prepared their bodies for birth with mindful movement. The cat-cow stretch, though often introduced in modern yoga studios, resonates with this timeless quality because of its grounding simplicity. It requires no equipment, no elaborate sequence, just the willingness to breathe and move with awareness. But there is also a deeper layer to these practices, one that connects with the emotional landscape of pregnancy. For many women, carrying a child brings moments of vulnerability, worry, and self-doubt. The changes in the body can feel overwhelming, and the anticipation of childbirth may bring both excitement and fear. In these moments, stretching and mobility exercises serve as a form of emotional release, creating a safe space where tension can melt away and clarity can emerge. The slow, repetitive movements of cat-cow, accompanied by steady breathing, encourage the nervous system to shift toward calmness, reducing anxiety and fostering resilience. Each inhale and exhale becomes a reminder that the mother is capable of meeting the unknown with trust and strength. Consider for a moment the image of a pregnant woman practicing her stretches in the late evening after a day filled with work, conversations, and perhaps a tangle of emotions. As she moves through her cat-cow stretches, she begins to notice the gentle rocking of her pelvis, the wave-like flow of her spine, and the deep sense of release that comes with each exhalation. The room grows quieter. The outside world fades, and for a few minutes it is just her and her baby, moving together in perfect rhythm. This is not only physical care, but also a spiritual practice, a way of creating sanctuary within her own body. In these moments, stretching becomes a gift of presence, a reminder that even amid the changes and challenges, she has the power to create peace and balance. Pregnancy is not without its physical demands, and stretching provides tools to meet them with grace. The growing belly shifts posture, often pulling the lower back into a deeper curve, while the weight distribution challenges balance and stability. Mobility exercises like gentle hip circles, side stretches, or pelvic tilts complement the cat-cow stretch by helping the body remain supple and responsive. Together, these movements create a repertoire of resilience, ensuring that the body does not stiffen under the weight of change, but instead learns to adapt and flow. The cat-cow stretch, in particular, is invaluable for maintaining mobility in the spine and pelvis, preparing the mother for the dynamic movements of labor, where flexibility and breath will guide her through the intensity of contractions. In telling the story of stretching and pregnancy, one cannot ignore the bond it fosters between mother and child. Every movement, every breath is shared, experienced not only by the woman, but also by the little one nestled inside. The rocking of the spine in cat-cow is felt as a gentle massage, a rhythm that soothes the baby as much as it does the mother. Scientists may describe this in terms of blood flow, oxygenation, and hormonal balance, but at its heart, it is an experience of connection, of two lives already moving together in harmony. For the woman, this awareness can bring profound joy and reassurance, reminding her that she is not alone in this journey. Stories abound of women who found solace in these simple exercises, who discovered that 10 minutes of mindful stretching could transform a difficult day into one of renewal. One woman, in her third trimester, spoke of how the cat-cow stretch became her evening ritual, a way to ease the strain on her back and prepare her body for sleep. Another recalled how practicing mobility exercises in the morning gave her the energy and clarity to face the uncertainties of pregnancy with confidence. These stories are not isolated, but part of a larger truth. That movement, when done with awareness and compassion, has the power to nurture body and spirit alike. As the months progress and birth draws nearer, stretching and mobility exercises continue to serve as faithful companions. They remind the woman that she is strong yet supple, steady yet adaptable, and that her body is more than capable of bringing new life into the world. The cat-cow stretch, with its gentle rocking and breathing, becomes almost symbolic of pregnancy itself, a cycle of expansion and release, of tension and ease, of preparation and surrender. It embodies the essence of what it means to be pregnant, living in rhythm with change, trusting the body's wisdom, and embracing the unknown with courage. When labor finally arrives, the benefits of these practices reveal themselves in profound ways. The mobility cultivated through stretching helps the mother find positions that ease contractions. The breath awareness developed through cat-cow sustains her through intensity, and the emotional resilience built in these quiet moments carries her forward. Even after birth, stretching remains a valuable ally, aiding recovery, restoring posture, and offering moments of calm in the whirlwind of caring for a newborn. The story does not end with delivery, but continues into motherhood, where the same practices that nurtured pregnancy now provide support for healing and renewal. In the grand tapestry of pregnancy, stretching and mobility exercises may seem like small details, simple movements done on a mat or in the quiet of a room. Yet their significance is immense, for they represent a woman's willingness to care for herself, to honor her body, and to cultivate presence in a season of change. The cat-cow stretch, though humble in its mechanics, stands as a symbol of this care, a reminder that even the smallest, gentlest movements can bring profound relief and transformation. It is a practice that belongs not only to yoga or fitness, but to the timeless wisdom of motherhood, where body and spirit learn to move together in harmony. And so, the story circles back to where it began: a woman, her body, and the unfolding miracle of life. She breathes, she stretches, she moves through her cat-cow with quiet focus, feeling the release in her spine and the openness in her pelvis. In that moment, she is not only preparing her body for birth, but also embodying the essence of what it means to be present, resilient, and connected. Through stretching and mobility exercises, she discovers that pregnancy is not just something to endure, but something to embrace, a journey where every movement, every breath, and every stretch becomes part of the sacred dance of bringing new life into the world.